Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to another episode. So in the last episode, you saw me giving you a walk around of the blue 16 valve Golf for the first time after it was almost finished. Well, that episode was actually shot 2.5 months ago, believe it or not. And nothing's really happened with the Golf since then. As you can see, it's behind me. I moved out of the house I was living in, which is where my garage was. And as I mentioned in one of the previous videos, I took on this unit. So I'll not waste too much time talking about that. I do have vlogs on my channel as well, if you are interested in a bit more of my story or anything like that. So I'd rather kind of keep these videos just to talking about the cars, because as you know, I can waffle enough just talking about cars. So basically, all I've done is I drove it up here, and today I've just given it a rinse off just before I started filming because it was pretty dusty. You probably would have been annoyed at me if you saw how it was looking. It was pretty dusty. It's basically just been sitting there for 2.5 months. Finally today I can get back to working on it again. And it's really good that I've kind of committed myself to putting out episodes on this Monday to Friday, because it meant that I had to get working on it again today and get another episode up. So I'll not waste any more time talking and we'll get cracked on to the car. So as you can see, it's just had a quick rinse off, but it does need a proper clean. Unfortunately, I've not got a pressure washer here yet, so I literally just kind of gave it a soak in with a hose the best that I could. But what I will do tomorrow, when it dries off, is just go over it all with panel wipe. What I was planning on doing with today's episode was maybe just doing some more polishing, because I did notice that the side that I polished is a bit shinier than the side that Kev polished. Sorry, Kev. I think it's because he was using a different pad on his buff, not the one he would normally use and not the one that's designed for that compound. So I do think that we need to give this side here another going over. You can't really see because it's wet, but you'll definitely be able to see that in the next episode. But what I thought we could do in this episode is start having a go at the headliner. If you remember, the headliner was kind of all sagging down. Hopefully you can see not too badly. Unfortunately, the lighting in the unit is really rubbish. I've put up a couple of spotlights just now, but obviously they're only so much use, so I'll need to look into seeing what else I can do. So yeah, basically the headliner really needs replaced, and we'd already seen before that people had tried to nail it up and things like that, and just things that aren't really the best plan to do, and mean that rather than refurbishing it, we really just need to replace it. So I think what I'll do is take the seats out. If you remember, we have the repair to do on that seat over there. So obviously I'm going to take the seats out anyway, to do that and to really give it a good clean inside. So let's start off by taking these seats out, and then we can see what's involved in taking this headliner down. All right, I think I'm just going to film this in real time rather than time-lapsing it, because hopefully it shouldn't take too long. I have taken seats out of a MK2 Golf before, a 16 valve actually, but it was maybe like 20 years ago or something. I flipped a couple of them after I sold the white one, which was the first one that I had. And I do remember that I swapped a leather interior out of a green one that I bought and put it into a white one. So hopefully it's not too complicated. Let's have a look and see. I got this tool trolley, which is so handy. I was kind of wanting something that I could put my welder on, rather than just lifting it around. And also I thought it'd be quite handy just to have the things that I use the most to hand, basically, rather than having to make loads of trips over to the toolbox. And that's definitely saved a lot of time. So let's grab sockets. And the ratchet's not there, that's not very handy. Let's have a look. It's quite hard to see. Alright, there's a rail for the seat. It's kind of hoping for just 4 bolts as you get in a lot of cars. Let's try moving the seat forward and see if that helps. I can't wait to shampoo these. Oh, it doesn't want to go forward. Okay, let's go this way then. Yeah, I can't wait to shampoo these seats because they're absolutely disgusting. This must be so frustrating for people that have taken seats in and out of these all the time and they're like, yeah, it's there, just do that, just do this. Well, we've done a lot more complicated things on this car, so I'm sure we can figure it out. Okay, I'm thinking it probably doesn't come out the way that I was hoping, which is just 4 bolts basically. I think that's just a cover. So I think there must be a way of kind of disconnecting the seat from the runners. So, oh, it's moving now. Yeah, I think there's, sorry, yeah, I think there's, there must be a way of disconnecting the seat from the runners so you can just kind of lift it out. I think I'll go and have a quick look on YouTube because otherwise it's going to be an extremely boring video for you. Okay, I had a quick look and yeah, it is pretty simple. There is just something that stops the seat coming off the runner. So basically, hopefully you can see okay. It's just a hex bit on this side, if I can get it in. Yep, and then a 10mm bolt on the other side. Getting lazy in my old age because when I was 18 or 20 or whatever, YouTube didn't exist, so I obviously figured it out then. But goodness knows how long that took. Let's just get one of these handy little magnetic trays, and it should be just a case of sliding it back off the runners, hopefully. Yep. A dummy's guide to how to take a MK2 Golf seat out, or maybe not. Yay! Whew. That probably took longer than it should have done, but never mind, it's out now. Yeah, I think this bit of plastic was maybe kind of getting in the way. I guess you're maybe supposed to take that off first, but hey ho, live and learn. Okay, so that one's out, and now we can have a go at the passenger side. As you probably heard, I've got some company in the workshop. This is Millie, and this is Jackson, and they're my 11-year-old border collies who like to bark at every single noise they hear. But you like keeping me company, don't you? Okay, nothing to say? Okay. Alright, let's get really cocky now and see if I can do it with the camera in my hand. Probably not. Let's go. Okay. Okay, so there's the hex in there, and yeah, that just wants lint on, and the 10mm nut. That came off pretty easily. And I'll just chuck them in the tray. minimalism. Take all this stuff off. The MOT that we worked so hard to get. Let's put that on. Right. Okay, so let's just have a look and see if there's any of those plastic things that are going to get in the way. Probably a good idea to take this floor mat out of the way as well. Floor mats. Yeah, that's a plastic thing there, but I'm not sure if you can take it out without. Let's have a look and see. Oh, I just broke it. Oh, that's another thing I need to order. Let's do it the way I should have done it. Hopefully that isn't one of the parts you can no longer get. See, all I need to do is spend that extra second. Right. Right, there's that there. What is it? What is it? Jackson? Shush. It's okay. Good boy. Top of the hammer. So there we go, one Golf minus the seats. I'm not going to take the back ones out because there's not really any point, I don't think. But I think the front ones being out will make it a lot easier to get to everything, to do the headliner, puffing and batting. And there's the seats there, in need of a really good shampoo. And obviously that's the one there that we need to fix. And somewhere over there is another set of seats that we're going to use to repair that one. Isn't that right, Jackson? Okay, so let's get cracked on and see what we need to do to get this headliner out. I did watch a quick video a while ago. It didn't look too complicated, and I've just cursed myself again. But obviously, you can see those poppers there, which may or may not have screws behind them. A couple there, which may or may not have screws behind them. The what my friends used to call when we drove around in these when we were young, a Jesus handle, because you hang on to it and say Jesus. Obviously, the sun visors, so the interior light as well. So hopefully, yeah, and then a million nails that somebody has put in, although they should hopefully only be into the wood underneath the material, so they should hopefully just come out all in one. Alright, so I'm going to change the camera angle so you can kind of see what I'm doing, and hopefully we can get this out quicker than the seats. Yeah, unlikely. Alright. I think I'll start at the front and work my way back, because that seems to somehow make sense. And it's just a Phillips up in here. And that's out. And let's have a look at this handle on the side. We pick tool to try not to stab myself. Right, that's that off. There it is. Dropped it again. And there's a wee trim up here. You maybe can't quite see. It's just on the pillar next to the window. A pillar? Maybe? Can't remember. That's that one. And hope you remember where all these screws came from, because I probably won't. It's always that thing where you're not sure whether like you're just not being forceful enough or whether you've missed something. Let's try getting a flathead in. Oh, that's not a flathead. That's a flathead. Let's try getting a flathead in behind it and see if we can ease it off. Yep. Okay. Good. And the rear view mirror. Can't see how that comes off, but there is kind of plastic around it, so maybe I think I'll get this other sun visor off first. Rear view mirror. I guess it must be kind of screwed on somehow, but is there a screw at the back of it? Nope. Maybe it just pulls off, but I think it maybe just pulls out, but I'm kind of reluctant to force it in case I break another thing. There's not going to be anything left of the red Golf at this rate. Alright, you know what, I'm going to have a quick look at a video. I don't really want to break anything else if I can help it. Back in 1 minute. Yeah, it's just a case of pulling it off. So he says ended up in the back seat, but never mind. Cool. Alright, that's off, and let's just see where the little bit of plastic went. There it is there. Okay, right, that's off. So we've got the screws on this side, which are blanks. For obviously, if it was a left-hand drive version, it would have a handle there for the passenger. Don't know how well you can see. I'll put you on a different stand. That's better. Okay, so I think probably these are just more of these little they're plastic plugs. What else do we need to take off? Oh yeah, handles at the back. So hopefully you can see. Where if I can just... There we go, that's better. Perfect. Okay, so let's grab the little pick tool and the little Phillips. I think when I put this back together, I'm going to get the electric screwdriver because it should save a bit of time. Yeah, I mean, I think these are going to have to come off, these pillars here. You know, definitely to get the new one in, but I think what I'm just going to do is it's going to come apart anyway when I take it off because it's really old. For time wise tonight, it's Friday night, so I want to get this episode up while it's still Friday. And I need to go and visit my wee baby niece, so I think what I'm going to do is probably just break it off because it's going in the bin anyway, and then in the next episode when we're putting the new headliner in, then I'll need to figure out how to get these off, so we'll just break that off. So I think it's yeah, I think hopefully we can maybe get it off. Let's see. Oops. Don't want to lose that little console bit. Should have had a hazmat suit on for this. well, that's it out. And that's how you remove a headliner. But not really, oh, there's still a little bit up there. I think we can go around the back and try and take it out of the boot. Let's move around there. Okay. There we go, 130-year-old headliner out. And this bit here, and that bit we want to keep. That's another bit of it there. It's pretty brittle. I mean, obviously it is because it's 30 years old, but I mean, it doesn't feel like it's very solid. So there we go. That's the headliner out, so that's great. That bit there's annoying me. It's probably annoying you as well. There we go. Okay. Yeah, out. So seats out, headliner out. That's a little bit of progress for today. And if you see on top of that red Golf over there in the background, that is the new headliner, which I've never opened. So hopefully it's all good. So that's going to be the end of tonight's episode. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate all your encouragement and your support, and all your comments, regardless of whether they're critical or encouraging. I do read them all, and also really want to thank those who have decided to support me in making these videos. So Fraser Drummond, Napasorn Canom, and David Corfield, and they've done it either by the links on my website to Starling or to Patreon. But yeah, I really do appreciate you watching these videos, and so in the next episode we will attempt to fit the new headliner without breaking it, and obviously I'm gonna have to figure out recovering some stuff because the sun visors and maybe that other little bit thing in the middle that has the interior light on it, a little panel, I think they're kind of the same color as what the headliner was, so maybe we need to figure that out. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you do enjoy the videos, then it would really be helpful and supportive for the channel if you did subscribe to the page. And if you're feeling very helpful, then maybe also share it as well. I'm aiming to get 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. And the reason that I've set that target is because that opens up a lot more things that I can do on YouTube. And primarily the main thing is that it opens up the community tab. And it'd be really good just to have all the people who are messaging me on different platforms, on Instagram, Facebook, and just through email and things like that. It'd be great to have you all in one place so we can have a chat about whatever you want, really. And you can tell me things like what you would like me to work on next, what you'd like to see more of, what you'd like to see less of. I can do polls and things with the community tab as well. So yeah, I'll stop waffling. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a good night and a good weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday.